All right, y'all. It's time to bring on a national champion and an all SEC performer from Texas Volleyball, Reagan Rutherford. Reagan, appreciate you joining the show.
Of course. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, you guys have got a busy schedule right now. I heard you had practice this morning, getting ready for the Sweet 16. How you feeling for it so far?
Right. Yeah, it's been busy. I'm super excited and pumped. It's my last go around being a fifth year, having that COVID year, my freshman year. And so we leave tomorrow. We're headed to Penn State. And yeah, it's exciting time.
That's what's up right there. And you mentioned you're in your fifth year. You were at Kentucky before, and now you
Yep.
came back home to go to Texas. How's that transition been for you this year?
Yeah, it's been good. Being close to home is always great. My family, I get to see them almost every other weekend, whether them coming here, I'm going home. And so it's been a really smooth transition. Even the teammates have become my family. And so it's just super comfortable where I'm at. And it's really nice being back in Texas, having warm weather today.
Yeah, we love it here where we're at right now. I'm in Alabama, but it is pouring down rain and cold. So I want to get back to some better weather soon. But you've had so much experience so far. Like you said, you're in your fifth year. In your first year at Kentucky, you were a part of a national championship team.
Yes.
How do you approach these postseason games when there's do or die?
Yeah, no, it's very intense with it being single elimination. I think having that experience of knowing how to get to a championship is so important, especially as a freshman, and just not taking any games for granted, and playing, leaving it all out on the court and recovering later. Like you can recover later and you can take a break later, but right when you're in that moment, just going all out and for everything because you could be eliminated and sent home. You just never know.
Yeah, I know. Sometimes there's some shaky games in there. I think who was it? Louisville just survived somebody. That was a close matchup there. So obviously intense and it's really exciting tuning into some of these games. But you talk about how your teammates have become your family and the support system you have there. You got a chance to be reunited with one of your former teammates in Maddie Skinner. How has that relationship been? Being able to reunite with somebody you came into college with?
Yeah, no, Maddie's a phenomenal player, and it's always good having her on your side of the net. We grew up in Houston together. We played club for a year together, and then going to Kentucky was really fun, and we grew really close. And now we're both mature and going on to the rest of our lives. And so it's been really fun to have her and her support and her crazy side and her goofy side and her vulnerable side and all of the things. And so it's really nice to be reunited with Maddie.
That's what's up right there. And I touched on it a little bit. It's not often in going from high school right into college, your first year there, you win a national championship. And
Right.
so you've had that experience and you're now in your fifth year, a lot, not gonna say older, a lot more experience, a lot wiser. What does it take to win a national championship?
Oh man, there's a lot of factors that go into it, but I think it's going in as a united front, and all people on the team, the whole staff are just all in and engaged in that moment and mentally there, obviously physically there, and not taking anything for granted and just having the gratitude to even be grateful. Like we're so grateful we're in the Sweet 16. We're not taking that for granted, even though it's an expectation. Just embracing the moment.
That's what's up right there. What do you think it would mean to you to be able to win this one in your last year the way you started, finishing the way you started?
Yeah, no, I think it would be a full circle moment. Like that would be the best feeling ever. Just winning one my freshman year, my last year heading out, that would be amazing, and I would love for that to happen. And we're gonna make it happen.
Okay. I like the comedy. You heard it here first. If they do their thing, we're gonna replay this clip right there.
Yes.
So I don't want to get too far ahead because you are, finishing out this season strong. But League One volleyball, this pro circuit, this new thing that they're bringing onto the stage. As a former track and field athlete, I know what it's like to have um, a sport that you love, and when you get to the highest level, you kind of have to go overseas, kind of have to go outside of it. It's not like a NBA, NFL thing like that. But what are your thoughts on this pro league for volleyball?
Yes, no, I think League One is going to do amazing things. They start in 2025 at the top of the year. And it's just so amazing to see these Olympians and these former pro athletes that were overseas coming home and they got to enjoy Thanksgiving for the first time in however long they've been playing and they have their Christmas break and they just get to be surrounded by their support system and their family. And so I'm really happy for these athletes that get to have a homecoming a little bit and just to be able to play in front of the people and the Americans that they love. And so it's really cool. It's a great opportunity and it's going to grow the sport. And I'm excited to see what they do.
Yeah. Are you like a NIL for them? I've seen a little bit of posts. Like, what is your relation? What's your connection to them right now?
Yeah, so I'm like an NIL ambassador for them, just spreading the word about it. So I'm glad you asked me about that. But I'm actually going to take my first year as an opportunity to explore and travel overseas. And so I think that's the route I'm going to go on in my first year of pro after college. And so I'm excited about that.
Do you have a preference of where you land when it comes to overseas, or just about the experience?
I can go anywhere and enjoy myself. I think anywhere would be good.
That's what's up. That's what's up. And I hate I didn't put this on the on our question thing, but I would be remiss if I didn't mention this. From what I've seen from your Instagram, you post a lot of faith-based content. And it seems like your faith is at the center of kind of every decision that you've made. How can you speak to your faith and the impact that it's played on your life, not only as a volleyball player, but as a person?
I love that question. I think it was really difficult. Obviously, I transferred from Kentucky, going into a new spot at Texas and having to compete for that spot. And just being in a situation I'd never been in before. And I prayed every single day and asked for strength and mental stability and peace. And it was just really relief that came over me, and having God's peace in my heart every day I go into volleyball, because it is something I love. I love playing volleyball and that's my passion. So just to be able to not think when I'm playing and just be taken over by the presence of the Holy Spirit, and just having God in my corner, like I know that I can do anything because he's in my corner. And so just having that brings me such peace of mind, and I don't even need to stress about anything, just knowing that.
We love to hear that. The Lord brings a different type of peace. That's
Yes.
what's up. That's what's up. If many people that have tuned into my show, they know I'm a Christian, former Christian athlete, but Christian in my life, and you got to have the Lord guiding your steps. So it's good to hear that they were able to lean on Him during that transfer experience and then your everyday life. But on this show, usually we've done you're one of the first virtual episodes, so I appreciate you being one of the first. Yeah, we usually bring them in person, but you're gearing up for Sweet 16, so you got more important things to do. But
Right.
what we ask everybody on the show is, what do you get stuck in your thoughts about?
That's a good question. Maybe sometimes that I'm not doing good enough or I'm not enough. And I think that's where I get lost sometimes, when I think I'm not enough and I start spiraling about what I can't do. That's when I know that, okay, I need to take a step back, because I've achieved so much in my life and I'm proud of where I am. And I do have a lot of confidence. So when I lose that, that's how I know that someone else is in my head, and I just need to focus back on God and what he's doing for me in my life. And he just brings me so much confidence in that, going back to how he supports me and everything.
That's what's up. What advice would you give to other people that may get stuck in their thoughts about, maybe self-confidence or I'm not enough? What advice would you give to them?
I would tell them to look at all the things that they've accomplished. And it's not over yet, because everyone always can improve and have that potential. And so just continue to grind and prove to yourself that you are, and the hard work that you put behind it.
That's what's up. We love to hear it. Reagan, we appreciate you taking the time to be on the show. Make sure all that you guys are watching this, make sure you go support Texas Volleyball. They got a
Yes,
big Sweet 16 matchup against Creighton, right?
yes,
Okay,
Creighton.
against Creighton on Friday noon.
Yes,
Okay,
yes.
Friday noon. Make sure you guys tap in. This is going to go out before the game, so everybody's going to be supporting. We appreciate you taking the time, especially during the crunch time of the season. So good luck and go win that natty.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.